What if one man's collapse wasn't the end of the battle, but the beginning of a war that could destroy everyone connected to the ranch? The Dutton Ranch Episode 8 trailer drops us into the aftermath of Bueller's shocking collapse, and from the very first moments, it feels like the entire future of the ranch is hanging by a thread. The atmosphere is darker, the stakes are higher, and every character appears to be moving toward a confrontation that no one can escape. But here's the terrifying part. The real danger may not be Bueller's fall. It may be what comes next. As the trailer unfolds, chaos spreads across the ranch. The leadership vacuum left behind creates the perfect opportunity for Rob to accelerate his takeover plans. While everyone else is trying to recover from the shock, Rob appears to be thinking several moves ahead. And if we've learned anything from the series, it's that power rarely stays empty for long. Someone always fills the void. The question is whether Rip and Beth can stop him before it's too late. Now, let's talk about Rip. Throughout the trailer, Rip looks like a man carrying the weight of an entire empire on his shoulders. His expressions suggest that he understands exactly how dangerous the situation has become. Every decision he makes now could determine whether the ranch survives or collapses from within. But here's where things get complicated. Rip isn't just fighting Rob. He's fighting uncertainty. He's fighting old grudges. And he may even be fighting people he once trusted. Because the trailer hints that loyalties across the ranch are beginning to shift. That's always the moment when things become truly dangerous. Not when enemies attack. When friends stop acting like friends. Meanwhile, Beth appears more determined than ever. But determination can be both a weapon and a weakness. Beth has never been afraid of conflict. In fact, conflict practically follows her around like a loyal pet. Seriously, if chaos had a favorite person, Beth would probably be on the cover of its family photo album. But beneath that confidence, the trailer hints at growing pressure. Beth seems willing to do whatever it takes to protect the ranch. The problem is that desperate actions often create unintended consequences. And those consequences may be exactly what Rob is counting on. As tensions rise, old betrayals begin resurfacing. This could be one of the most important clues hidden in the trailer. Past secrets have a way of returning at the worst possible moment. Characters who once buried their mistakes may suddenly find those mistakes becoming powerful weapons in someone else's hands. Imagine trying to defend the ranch while simultaneously defending yourself from your own history. That's the nightmare many of these characters may be facing. And if those buried betrayals start becoming public, fragile alliances could shatter overnight. Which brings us back to Rob. The trailer paints him as a growing threat. But what's most interesting is how calm he appears. While everyone else seems consumed by panic and emotion, Rob looks focused, calculated, patient, almost as if he's waiting for Rip and Beth to make a mistake. That's what makes him dangerous. Sometimes the strongest move isn't attacking. Sometimes it's letting your opponents destroy themselves. And episode May 8th revolve around that exact possibility. As the trailer progresses, the atmosphere becomes increasingly intense. Quick cuts, tense confrontations, and ominous dialogue all point toward a larger conflict that is rapidly approaching. Not a disagreement, not a rivalry, a war. The ranch feels divided. Trust is disappearing. Every conversation carries hidden meaning. Every alliance feels temporary. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, someone may be preparing a move that changes everything. But who? That's the mystery the trailer wants us obsessing over. Could a longtime ally switch sides? Could a hidden secret destroy Rip and Beth's position? Or could Rob have a strategy nobody sees coming? The clues are there, but the answers remain frustratingly out of reach. And that's exactly why this trailer works so well. It doesn't just show us conflict. It shows us consequences. Every character appears trapped between impossible choices. Protect the ranch and risk losing everything. Stay loyal and become vulnerable. Fight back and potentially start a chain reaction that can't be stopped. No matter which path they choose, someone is likely paying a devastating price. As we head toward episode 8, one thing feels certain. The ranch is approaching a breaking point. The battle for control is no longer happening in secret. The masks are coming off. The grudges are becoming public. And the people fighting for power are running out of time. Which leads us to the biggest question of all. When the final battle arrives, Who will still be standing? Will Rip and Beth successfully defend the ranch? Will Rob complete his takeover? Or will an unexpected betrayal change the outcome before either side can claim victory? The trailer leaves us with more questions than answers, but one thing is clear. Episode 8 isn't setting up peace. It's setting up a reckoning. And when that reckoning finally arrives, the future of the ranch may be decided by a single choice that nobody sees coming.